Hey guys. Okay. So, back to barely Big Boss, level 2. So, I think the meta currently is kind of calmed down, and the devs have been on Christmas/New Year's break. Now, ever since the Jewel update, maybe even a week before that, I mean, honestly, it's kind of been since before that. I think it was since the Snapfire and Spirit update. For that update, they kind of synced with the Dota game, and they've been matching that update cycle of any updates happen on Tuesday, and Underlords was typically on Thursdays. So I don't know if they're going to be back. I mean, the Tuesday will be the 7th. I assume we might see an update Tuesday, but I don't think it'll be the big one. I don't think we're going to see Inno this Tuesday. And you might see more updates. I do think there's an outside chance that whenever the next update is, Legion Commander might take another hit. Come on, Ember, kill something, please. But I don't know that she deserves it. I was really convinced that they would nerf her again. But I hadn't anticipated them actually, taking off for Christmas, which is totally fine. They deserve it. But I do kind of think that the meta is going to be stable-ish, at least until Inno. So I'm going to try to grind this up. It's a really early Legion. Oh, that's so close. I'm probably not going Legion, let's be honest. I think the bottom two people probably are going Legion. And I would like to hold that just to keep it away from them. But, I mean, I have a shot here to go 3 Assassins this early. I don't know that I'm going to force it, but that's a good start, so. Anyway, I really don't think the meta is going to change drastically before Inno comes out. And so I think it's a decent time to grind. I mean, it's the same meta, it's Assassins are good. Legion Commander is good-ish. I mean, if I do that, I get a free Shadow Shaman level 2. That's not awful. So, I mean, you've got Legion, you've got Assassins, and Scrappies. And the big issue with it is that those are all pretty contested builds. And I mean, basically, every game you're going to see at least one person go those 3 things. And it's not uncommon to see 2 or even 3 people going the same build. That can be one of the most disheartening things, is like trying to run Assassins and then looking up and realizing that there are 5 people running Assassins. which I really hope, whoops. Okay, I mean, co-op instead of Ember is not terrible. I really hope it doesn't happen this go round. But regardless, I mean, you know, with the meta being kind of stable, it's a good time to grind. I will always remain sad that I didn't get to hit Lord off of a totally broken build, but I mean, to be fair, that would have kind of cheapened it. I'm gonna go ahead and level here. That's just all kinds of interesting. So I think I take this interest. Awesome, hit somebody that was open fording and I just leveled, so I smacked him. It's always a good feeling. Honestly, part of me is considering to swap this out. But, I mean, I'm trading a 2-star Inch and what is effectively a 2-star Shadow Shaman for a 1-star Nyx, 1-star Brute, and that's not worth it. 100%, it's a misplay. What I will do is kind of... Oh. Man, I hate Blink Dagger. I will just kind of fill my bench here, and I think... I feel like I'm in a really solid position, you know? I can sell these off and hit 20. I could buy the Bounty Hunter. But I think I just wait. I'm only flashing 3 assassins in the hopes that if people are watching the scoreboard, they will see, hey, this guy's got assassins out and it's round 6. And maybe that means they won't go at 2. The thing about assassins right now is you kind of have a choice to make. You can either sit here at level 4, and level 5 isn't bad either. I think if you get a strong board, there is a good incentive to go ahead and go to 5. I know that your odds for tier 1 and 2 both go down, but they don't go down a lot. But you really need Quap and Ember. Maybe not both, but you need at least one of them. And you need to make some good progress on them, because if you start leveling too quickly, then you will lose out on those odds. They do steadily drop from here out, and you don't have TA, you don't have PA. Slark is, I think Slark is underrated right now, but he isn't great. And without, Morbid Mask is okay on him, but really you need Mask of Madness. And if you don't draw it, Slark is weaker than a lot of options. Viper's great, but he needs a dragon. So you do need to kind of stay low level. The other option is you can just power level and pray. And kind of, rather than going for like level 6 or level 7, you just rush level 9 or 10. And you kind of make it more of a good stuff build. You throw in an Alchemist to go with Broodmother. Throw in another dragon for Viper, and you just build more on your side parts. And I've done both sometimes. I like the good stuff build is a good plan if you're highly contested. And it looks like I did pick up one person who is also in Assassins. And that's okay. So, I have 2 Embers, 2 Quaps. I'm going to go ahead and push to level... 5 here. I won't lose interest. I did not pull my Nix off of there fast enough. That's kind of annoying. But I'm going to go ahead to level 5. This will let me put 3 assassins out there. And to be honest, this Inch Shadow Shaman thing is kind of falling off. So I can actually go ahead and replace them too. But I don't think I really want to go much past 5. I only have 1 competitor, it looks like. But do keep in mind that most scrappy builds fully intend to go at least a couple assassins. So that's always good to remember. And I don't want these druids anymore. They got me a couple early wins. And there is argument to the whole open fording or intentionally hoping you lose to get free rerolls is fine. But I really wasn't starting this with the intention of running assassins. This was just a kind of start the game and see where it goes. And that's kind of where I wanted to go with the meta discussion anyways. I think Jewel is the best bet for assassins. 100%, but I gotta say, I do like me some in Essex. Okay, so that's a power spike for sure. That's a good place to be. There are quite a few Nyx assassins out there. Again, the scrappy players down at 6th and 7th right now. They will try to pick these up. Oh my god, I'm in a game with Fly? Okay. What is Fly running? Brutes. Brutes are pretty good against assassins. Your whole stick is high damage. And, you know, you got 4 brutes, you cut that damage percentage by a lot. What's the number on brutes? 4 brutes, you cut it down by 60%? That hurts. What happens? Okay. Okay. I did not move my items fast enough there. So I am semi-close now. I mean, I have 6 assassins. But I mean, I'm going to hold at least one more round. I really don't want to plunge below 50. I don't think the bounty hunter is worth picking up just because it is going to be contested. That's really good. I'm going to put the mask on Nyx, I think. Okay, and with that, I'll go ahead and go to 6. It's not the best. I would like to be higher. But now I have 2 people in the build with me, which is excellent. And one of them is a scrappy guy. But he's picking up several extra assassins. It's really frustrating. But it's something you kind of have to deal with. And you have to adjust your play based on what other people are doing. Now, okay, so we just hit the assassin player, so I'm going to leave an Essex in the back. I'm going to put in Witch Doctor. I would like him to be 2 stars, personally. If I had the option, I would lose the interest, but I'm going to risk the interest here because the Quap doesn't give me anything by herself. It does look like Quap is going to be our main attraction here. I forgot there were 2 assassin players. Because we have Scrappy Boy here. That's okay. I don't think his Ember has a Desolator. Nope. Okay. So I would like the 2-star Witch Doctor. The only, I guess, counterpoint to that is that I probably wouldn't keep Witch Doctor long term. If I get an Alk, I'm going to replace him. If I get a Void Spirit, I'm going to replace him. So it would be nice if he was there. Now, the Shadow Fiend, on the other hand, I actually don't like with this build because I think he has a tendency to get silenced a little too much. Okay. So lag, that's a thing that is real. Jesus. With 2 competitors, I don't really know. We have good progress on Quap right now. If I level, I can go to 2 assassins, though. Or 6 assassins. Or I could go to just another Quap, for that matter. It's not a... great time to level, but I don't really think I can afford to wait 3 rounds for the opportune moment, you know. If I go ahead and do it now, I can get up to 6 assassins. My odds don't really drop that much, and I can keep the Broodmother in for insects. It's acceptable at the very least. Okay, so I'll put Slark with the Bounty Hunter, I think. And I'll give Slark the mask to try to help him out. Oh, thank you, RNG gods. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so I'll just leave the mask up on Nyx. I mean, I think arguably Quap might be a good holder for it. Viper might be too. It is worth bearing in mind that Viper is a little weak without that Dragon Knight right there. Okay, so there's that. I will go ahead and collect the Nyx. It's a long shot to get him in. I still need 4 more, but I like making him a 3-star a lot better than Bounty Hunter. Because even the scrappy people that aren't even going assassins, they'll pick up Bounty Hunters. So it's so contested. That felt horrible. Looks like a lot of people picked up the Vipers and everything else that I really kind of needed. So if I level here, it's going to take 25 gold. I guess let's see if I win. To be frank, I mean, I'm not sure that the Dragon Knight's worth it. I think 6 assassins is a good enough. Jesus Christ. How much health am I going to lose off of this? That's a significant upgrade. Okay, I think I'll wait here. I'll let the round start and then I'll level. It'll mean I'll lose 1 interest next turn, but I want to see, this Slark should be a significant upgrade if he doesn't just get murdered in the first couple seconds. I mean, he didn't do bad. Now for right here, frankly, I'm not 100% convinced. Where was Quap at? I'm really not convinced that DK is worth it. I mean, he will get upgraded. He will upgrade Viper, but my Viper's 1 star. And, I mean, Quap is running close to my 2nd place for damage. So, I can put her up in the front line, and I think maybe she won't jump. Which means that her screams won't do as much AoE damage, but she should get more of them off. Let's see, I mean, it was doing damage way over there, so it's not a bad range. Having a Quap in front is one of those things that's just kind of weird. But she's 2-star, she's getting a 6 assassin bonus. I feel good about that placement, I think. I could also do another Nyx, but I think the Quap is probably better. Look at the damage. I'm pretty sure the one that jumped is the higher one, but it's pretty good for your screams not being right there in the midst of everything, right? So, at this point, I need 3 Quaps, I need 2 Nyxes. I would not say no to a Faceless Void. Let's see how Slark is doing. So I've got 3 and there's 3 others out there. Come on, Slark. He died. I still beat him. The Quap that lived, this Quap in the front is the one that did the high damage that time. I think it's definitely Butterfly. What's this do? Attack damage and attack speed. That's a Faceless Void. Where was Bounty on my damage list? Not high. Okay, so Bounty's out. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't have an Alchemist in, and I mean Alchemist might be my next unit. It is a possibility. But even if he is next, then the scrappy assassin on a level 2 alliance is not great. It is also arguable that my rerolls are kind of lackluster because I do have competition. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I do think. Okay, so let's think about upgrades here. I need 3 Quaps. I need 2 Nicks. And a Dragon Knight and a place to put him. Again, Dragon Knight isn't super great. How many Vipers are out here? Well, I can click on the picture. There's a lot of Vipers already taken. I'm not 100% convinced on this. I do think I'm still, I'm in one-shot range. But these fights have been really close. If somebody gets the edge on me, they are going to crush me though, and that's scary. Leveling makes my odds worse on the things I'm close to. But it makes it better that, or more likely that I'll 3-star the Dragon Knight. And it makes it more likely that I'll pick up Slarks. And again, the thing about Slark is, yeah, he's underrated, but no one's picking him up because he's underrated. And 3-starring a 4-tier unit is expensive, but I think it's definitely worth it if you get it. Okay. I could do it now. Bottom tier assassin, 3-star December. And he has a Maelstrom on it, because that's the best thing he has. Oh, he put the refresher orb on him. That's a better call, for sure. Oh, why did I hit this guy? Come on. Great. Maybe I'll at least kill Hobgin before he gets his spell off. Okay, my Slark at least went off. That was so close. That was so close. I'm gonna go ahead and level and put the Dragon Knight in. Dragon Knight does less damage per attack, but I think he's going to do more damage overall. I could be wrong about that. But really, the purpose of Nyx is a stun. Dragon Knight's going to be a little bit further back. I'm going to give him the lifesteal in the hope that he stays alive long enough to do some damage. Oh, okay, so the mask got him at least 2 attacks that he shouldn't have got. Or he wouldn't have got without it. Okay, there you go. Secured 4th. I think the assassin guy finally got knocked out. Good. I'm going to go with Yule's Scepter. Diffusal is exceptionally weak. It adds no damage. Dragon Knight. Faceless Void. Okay. So Yule's Scepter adds no damage to what it does. And it basically, that just makes it like a weak version of Anti-Mage before. Why did I spin that Faceless Void away? God, I'm a moron. Yeah, it basically makes you a weaker version of Anti-Mage. Yule's is by far, I guess, a better version of Force Staff, maybe. But the upshot of it is it does give you mana per second, which means he'll get his Chronosphere off faster. I can't believe I spun that Faceless Void away. I mean, that actually might be the difference between me beating or not this other assassin. It was an extreme misplay. But that's okay. This is the non-assassin. And if I beat him or not, it really doesn't matter. What I hope here is that I beat him and the other assassin doesn't. I really want him to beat that other guy, and he did. But the key here is I also don't want him to beat me. Dragon Knight is gonna do work. Okay. Now, the important thing to remember here is that doesn't mean that I beat that other assassin. It just means that I can beat the person that beats him. And that should have been my 3-star Faceless Void. Oh. Feels bad, man. I am gonna greed this at least one more turn. It seems like both of them spent down, so this could be, I mean, I'm definitely in one-shot range. It is possible. And I see this guy again. Somebody got an upgrade, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if it was him or not, but he probably didn't watch the fight against me. His fight lasted longer, so he probably didn't reposition to beat me. But it was a close fight regardless, and since I'm assassins, yeah, I'm gonna lose. Damn. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. I wanna see how this plays out. Oh. Well, that's just an interesting bug. I think what happened there is I got my daily quest finished, but I'd already clicked spectate, and so it was like stuck between two screens. So not picking up the Faceless Void, I don't know that it gets me first. I mean, honestly, that fight went pretty quick. But the difference between an ace at 2 stars and an ace at 3 is pretty big. Let's see what he does. So health is not quite double. It's like 140%. Damage is a straight up double. Attack rate's the same, move speed's the range, blah blah blah. And the ability is an extra second. It's not often that I look at something and I can honestly say there was one move that messed it up, and that's one of them. I thought I'd already bought it, but I waited to buy it because I was wanting interest, and I forgot. And then I didn't pause long enough to actually look at the units again. I'm 100% sure that's at least second place. Just from that last fight, it didn't feel like it, right? The last fight, I mean, the difference between those two battles was assassins, right? It is heavily RNG affected, more so than any other alliance. And that's the difference, you know? If you get some lucky crits off and knock a unit out a second earlier, and that starts happening from second 1, it changes the battle a lot. Next go around, that crit doesn't happen, and you get back down. But that's not why I got third. I got third because the Faceless Void mess up. And, I mean, I was acknowledging that holding my gold was greedy anyway, so that's definitely part of it. I don't know if it makes a huge difference. I might have 3-starred the next. I think I still needed 4 Ember Spirits. Maybe only 3, but I think it's 4. So there's not great odds on it finishing, but the Queen was there. The Nyx probably was there too. That is definitely a case of spend your gold, you can't take it with you. But in my head, I was thinking, you know, these matches are all really close. Even like the ones I was winning, I was just barely winning, and that actually should be incentive to spend my money, right? But in my head, my thought was, I'm barely winning. If I lose, I'll probably just barely lose, and I do have 17 health. That's fairly healthy, but I mean that's it in a nutshell. Is I should have spent there, but I think the bigger mistake was the Faceless Void. Yeah, so I'll call it there. I'll make this the first of a two-part. All right, so yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.